Everything seems all good. Okay, so yeah, the whole thing. Wow, we're just jumping right into this, aren't we? Of reading or going through the Tumblr notification of our radically inclusive post. We understand. We understand why, like, positivity blogs go away. We understand why they need to disappear because there's just so much negativity. What, though, I keep like joking about this, or somebody does, I don't fucking know, because we're only talking to ourselves. Keeps joking about how, like, watch us just check the fucking notification and it's all just porn bots. And we were like stressed out about nothing. Because yeah, it's like, oh, you get followed by porn bots, and then they'll even like leave messages or like reply to posts and stuff. So yeah, watch it be all that, and be like, oh, no worries. But yeah, we're afraid to look, which I don't know why, like this sun thing. Well, okay. I was gonna say, don't know why the sudden like giving a fuck about what people say on the internet to us. But I guess we're human now. You know, having emotions. Holy fuck, we are sweating. Can't wait to go outside actually, because it's fucking nice out. A lot nicer than it has been. It's been so fucking cold and windy and everything, and I feel really disconnected right now. Like, I just tapped in. Hi. He always does this, you know. I think it's animal. It's like he talks big, he talks big, he talks big, and he jokes a lot. Like, I don't mean he talks big like he's a tough guy, but I mean, like, he jokes a lot. Everything's a fucking joke. Then when he comes forward to say something, he's got nothing fucking to say. But I think it's because of the overwhelmingness of it. Like wow, I'm here right now. Or that could all just be bullshit. Maybe we're just making it all up. Maybe it's just pretend. We're just gonna let it flow though, and try not to like stop anything from happening like we usually do, like I usually do. Teen. I think I'm teen, but it's very, very blurred or mixed. Like, I'm definitely not just teen right now. I just don't know. But the thing is, watching the what's supposed to be the first part of this video, I don't know who the fuck that was either. Like, yeah, okay, it was me. Like, I remember recording that, and I'm teen, yeah. So I remember, but it's like I was being pushed by someone because a lot of that shit was not my words. It did not fucking sound like me, like how I talk. That happens a lot. We get sad, or I get sad I should not speak for anyone else, but it's so hard because I don't even know who I am. I don't want to upset anyone. I just want to try to be as real and honest as possible. I'm like we don't have a following. Like we said, we post to the void. It's therapeutic. But suddenly something turned in us that we do want to focus on being plural and trying to get more attention drawn to it. Because it's not just, this is confusing. Especially if you have a dissociative disorder and you're lucky enough to suffer from psychosis. Things get really confusing because you really don't know what's real, who's real in the headspace. But I mean, of course, you have attachments to some, so you know that those are real, no matter their origin. Because, like, for this fucking tulpa shit, man, like, I was like, what the fuck's tulpa? I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Like, I literally just discovered that that was a term, like, a few days ago. And then people talking about tulpamancy, and I'm like, huh? What fucking bullshit is this now? I look into it. It's not bullshit. I'm like, wow, that sounds like something we've been doing for a long time. Most of us are not tulpas, but there are a couple. And of course, there's been some that have come and gone. But we didn't know what we were doing. Like, Candy is a tulpa. Yes, we were Candy at one point, but I developed her as her own piece. That was an act of consciousness on my part, or whoever was fronting at the time. It wasn't me. Whoever was fronting at the time created Candy. It was a conscious effort to create Candy out of loneliness. Feeling isolated. And also sleep deprivation. Oh, we're hit so hard with sleep deprivation. And we created Candy. And then years later, Candy and I don't know who. Was it me? Was it Teen? I don't know. Candy and someone. Created Dante. But Dante is weird. Because first, he came to us in a dream. He's the only one that started off that way. He came to us in a dream, and his name was Clover. And he reminded us a lot of a friend that we had who died. Like, just really charismatic and had a ton of friends. Because this dude, like, our friend, I never met anyone that had anything bad to say about him. And he was taken very young. 14? I think 14 or 15. Because I was a little bit older than him. And I was 15 when it happened. But that's who he reminded us of, not like a spinning image. So it wasn't like a complete introject situation, but it was just like the charisma, and he had like long hair. The skater, but Clover dressed in all black. And he didn't speak. Which, if you know anything about Dante, it's like, how did Clover turn into Dante? Well, because they can grow and evolve. Because, yeah, he didn't speak. He didn't speak for years. Not a single word. He was just mine. I'm gonna say mine. Mine, Candy's plaything. We didn't know what we were doing. I didn't even know Candy was real. But then Clover went away for a while. He just disappeared for years. And he reemerged without a name. And he looked different, but he was familiar. Like, he had the same vibe. Like, we knew who he was, even though he looked different and he was nameless. We knew who he was. But we had to come up with a new name because he was too different to still be Clover. That was weird. I'm not trying to brush off shit that's happening, because like we said, we want this to be as real and honest as possible. Hopefully this can help someone, or help with the research of this or something. We have a song playing in our head and it's kind of distracting. Oh yeah, we were gonna do the whole Tumblr thing. Just do it. It's through a filter now. It's through the Lucy filter. Might as well. I don't know who's manning this ship, but I don't feel like I'm the one making the decision here. And I don't even know which one I am. So this is weird. So, okay. So we have 15 notifications. Now, 2 people active on Tumblr, that's probably nothing. To them, that probably is all fucking porn bots and shit. For us, our average is like 0 to 2 notes, okay? That's it. So suddenly we make a fucking post and all of a sudden notifications start popping up. We're like, what did we do wrong? Who do we piss off? Can't wait to hear about it. Can't wait to hear about what fucking pieces of garbage we are. Love that. Okay, so we know that one, like, we did get a message from somebody who started following us that it's clearly a porn bot. It's like, hi, what the fuck do you want? It's not so bad. It's not so bad. I think there's a drug dealer in the comments. That's what somebody said. These aren't drug dealers. They're scammers. And yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely some of the scammers got in for sure. Oh, okay, this is actually. Oh, that's good. Sorry. Yeah, because it was a few of them. This by the same scammer. Ah, that's good. And the rest are just likes and follows. And that one anonymous. Okay, so we're preparing for a shitstorm that wasn't gonna happen. Yeah, I think there's a drug dealer in the comments of your posts. I'll answer. Why not? Yeah, not drug dealers. Not drug dealer. Scammer. Sorry. I'm not even gonna remember any of this. Oh. Whatever. Fuck it. I apparently just typed it as I said it too. I didn't even say not a drug dealer, not the drug dealer. Scammer. Who is that, by the way? I hear that inflection in a lot of our videos. I don't know who that is, but it's an influence coming from somewhere. Freezing. Can't wait to go outside. We only took like it doesn't matter. Man, the size of it doesn't. It's not the size of the boat. Who's here right now? This feels like bullshit. Bullshitting me. Because, okay, communication in a headspace is weird on LSD. Duh. Okay, you throw psychedelics into the mix and it's gonna fucking get weird, but not weird like you'd expect. Like you'd expect more so, or exaggerated, or whatever. But it's like, it's just a fucking echo. There's no one there. But you're getting influenced by an unseen, unknowing force. That's why it's weird. Because usually when I'm being influenced, I can tell where it's coming from. Not necessarily who it's coming from, but I can pinpoint a fucking location. And there's some sort of noise or vibration or something. But with LSD, it's nothing. It's silence. But I keep getting pushed in all these different directions. Finally, We have fucking words for it. But yeah, it's like getting pushed in all these different directions, but you don't know where it's coming from. It's weird. Also, wanted to make note, don't know if we've ever mentioned this before, because it's not like we're gonna fucking just sit through all our fucking trip reports and just fucking watch till the end of time. Or, no, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Who the fuck, man? Our eyes. Me, teen, the one that's supposed to be at front most of the time, the one that I thought was the one that like people interacted with and stuff, resides on the left, behind the left eye, with Candy and Rio and Animal and Donatello. We're on the left. The rest are on the right. I don't understand, like, so I'm left eye dominant. I didn't know that was a thing until like my last visit to the eye doctors. They tested. But yeah, left eye dominant makes fucking sense. Yeah, okay. But why on LSD does my right pupil dilate more than my left one? Or is it just how we're seeing it? But it always looks bigger than the left. So are they like getting hit with it? I mean, obviously they're getting hit with this. We're all getting hit with this. But I mean, like, are they observing? Is that what that is? Fucking idiot. You're getting pushed in all these fucking directions. And also making fun of each other, but for having certain viewpoints, we're just fucking get. Stop. This is chaos. It's like being pushed around by ghosts. I'm fucking. Oh, this is yawning. Were we making another point? I mean, like, way earlier. I don't mean, like, now with the pupil dilation. We're on that point. I feel like we were talking about LSD. Duh. No, like. Alright, no, we already covered that. So we don't know how much we took. No idea. Again, though, not much. Like, around 200. I would say it's 2 tabs. I'd say 200. A little more. Probably a little more. Yawning is still weird on LSD. Because it's like, I forget the term for it, but it's when your senses get mixed. Like, you could basically see sounds and feel colors and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, your senses get fucked with. That's what happens. It's weird. I hope we explain that coherently. Yeah. Like, oh, I wasn't sure if we took enough. We could always take more. But why would we want to do that? That would be stupid. It would be a waste. It'd be a fucking waste. Just enjoy this ride right now. What are we looking at? What? Distractions. I probably should just cover this before doing a trip report. because where I was trying to fucking analyze what it's reflecting. Huge distraction. So far, we're shaking. Oh, so we also got this other stuff. I don't know if we mentioned it in the last one or one of the last ones or whatever. So with our last order, we got two different things. I mean, they're the same. They're both LSD, but one is supposed to be like superior. Lower micrograms, but like pure, like higher purity. So the come up is supposed to be, yeah, we definitely mentioned this before. It's supposed to be like non-existent. We did not want to try that today. We wanted to test it out thoroughly and effectively while like prepping first. Like making sure we don't eat anything that we're allergic to the day before and stuff like that, just to see like how smoothly it can go. Like, let's see how smooth this can go. And if it's exactly like the guy says, like, you don't feel anything, all of a sudden you're fucking tripping. That would be fucking cool. Although I don't know if we'd like that or not. Because it's like, even though the come ups are stressful, it's like a warning sign. Do we talk like this? Is this what we sound like? Is this what we sound like all the time? Sorry. Right, the come up is like a warning sign, like, yeah, something's in your system. Shit's gonna start happening. Prepare yourself. Which is great. I like having that. I don't like the pain, though. Like exploding chest pain and the pain in the guts. We can get rid of those. That'd be fine. Although, the pain in the guts, on Lucy, it really just, it's weird because it's like, no matter how bad it gets, it feels kind of good. But I think it's like, Lucy puts this, like I said, she makes stuff feel comforting. I don't know. I always feel comforted on Lucy. But what she doesn't help with is the exploding chest pain. That, like, fuck. Nothing can help with that. That is a tremendous, horrible, agonizing pain. Which we've been, I think, being careful, not triggering such events. Dude, we're losing it. Like, not in a losing grip on reality. We know we took LSD. We know where we are. We're in a fucking bedroom at our fucking laptop that we do our fucking schoolwork on. That makes us want to fucking shoot ourselves in the head. That's not true. No, everything is true up until that point. Music theory is fucking frustrating, but it's awesome. Because it is like you fucking beat your head against the wall trying to figure something out. So like when you finally get it, it feels so rewarding. Yeah. I think that's what we like about it. We've never tried this hard in a class ever. Last semester we had fundamentals of music, and we didn't, like, we couldn't, we weren't on ADHD medication, and we didn't quite understand like how much that fucking matters, man. And it does fucking matter. We can't learn without it. We need something like that, and coffee doesn't fucking work. Coffee's never worked for us. I don't understand how people survive without coffee, but hey, whatever works with your brain chemistry works with your brain chemistry. It's kind of like Slink. Okay, so Slink does this like sideways dig through the bars of the cage or through the gate that we have to separate the entryway from the kitchen. It's just like little space, and he does it sideways, and he just and it doesn't fucking do anything. Like he's not catching anything with his claws. It's just, and he does that a lot, and it's like in his little mind, in his little ferret mind, that's gonna lead somewhere. Him repeatedly doing that, that's gonna go somewhere. Like he's gonna get past the barrier. Yeah, it's not gonna fucking work. Oh, that's horrible. I don't want to be the government to the ferret. What the fuck are we talking about? Be real. Be real. Be honest. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We don't know what the fuck's going on. We know what we're talking about. But I mean, like, as far as what the fuck, who's all here, we don't fucking know what's happening. Okay, this is getting into, like, we're gonna stop talking about this because we don't want to come across as fucking insane. It's just an observation. Well, that looked weird. An observation of life. What we've experienced, what we're observing people doing, and how they're treating each other. And it's just fucking ridiculous. We're technically on the same fucking team. We're too fucking blinded by your own suffering to see that. We're on the same side. This is Donatello territory, so I'm sorry. This looks weird. This looks weird. This looks so weird. This is so weird. This is so weird. Okay. But yeah, that was definitely Donatello territory. Not the way of speaking, definitely not the way of speaking. He doesn't speak like that. But the subject matter and the passion and everything, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Rebuild. He wants people to come together. Why? What's stopping us? This is not what this video is supposed to be about, but be honest, be real, just let it flow. That's what we were saying, right? Be honest, be real, just let it flow. Things are starting to look very strange. Okay. Like, veiny or something. Oh, so you ever like close your eyes really tight, or you're looking at something bright or something. Your eyes are focused on something. You close your eyes really tight. Does anyone else see like the geometrical patterns, like that are perfectly symmetrical and stuff? And it wasn't what you were looking at. Like it wasn't what you were looking at all. It's this weird thing. Cause it like we're trying to figure out what's going on between like that and DMT, because it's like DMT with the geometry and the perfect symmetricalness. Why are things like that? Like, why does our brain see that? Because like it's weird to us. because, like, when we were there, it was so real. And this wasn't. Like, it, it's like fucking, I don't know, art. I don't know art. Let's say, like, a really famous painting compared to a preschool drawing. It's fucking weird. And I think that's, like, definitely why we're afraid. We're afraid of it. Because what does that mean? What we're always afraid of already happened, or is just constantly happening because time doesn't exist other than in this reality. Crazy talk, right? We are very self-aware of how this comes across. We don't care. Some of us do. Some of us do. Some of us care. Some of us have to fucking deal with the consequences. Sorry. I'm not crazy. So you'd like to think. But what is this? It's make-believe. For attention. This is so weird. This is strange. Okay, so I think I'm still teen. Fronting, yeah. But instead of like full takeovers, I'm getting like don't. They're like plugging in. So it's like it's still my voice, still the way I talk, I think. But it's definitely not them. Like that's on Mr. B would say that doing it for attention. That's not how he sounds. I don't just mean the sound of his voice. I mean his inflection, the way he speaks, his facial expressions. That's not him. But his thoughts and emotions were getting like plugged in to me. If that makes sense. By the way, like I know this is a more than a shot in the dark. I mean, by that I mean less than. Less likely to reach anyone I'm trying to reach. We're trying to reach whatever. Are we trying to reach it? What we're talking about? Shut up. Okay, so like anyone else who's plural, multiple, whatever, diagnosed, undiagnosed, traumagenic, endogenic, whatever, any of you. Do any of you fuck around with psychedelics? Like I said, like it's what are the chances a fucking void walker is gonna come around and oh yeah, I actually have a bunch of people that live in the same headspace as me, and I also fuck around with psychedelics. Like what are the odds, right? Oh, by the way, if in case we do encounter a void walker, and this is your first thing that you're seeing of us, we got diagnosed with this long before. we started fucking around with psychedelics. We didn't touch anything. We never had any psychedelics before last year. January 2021 was our first taste of LSD. And then February 2021, we started going for ketamine infusions. But yeah, this shit, like, we got diagnosed in 2017 because that's when we lost our shit. And we couldn't hide it anymore. That and Tourette syndrome. Also, like, I guess we were diagnosed with Tourette's first because they thought all the shit that was coming out of our mouths were just tics. Which could be, yeah. Because, like, some of them influence the tics. I don't know if they do it on purpose or not. But it's like high emotion, high stress. It triggers them. It triggers the tics. So maybe they figured out a way to communicate. I don't know. Yeah, talking, like, I've never been in their situation because that's what it feels like when you're in front. You can't relate to them. They're the alters and you're the host. But what happens when you find out you're not the host? It's weird. It is weird because, like, there's still part of me that is in such denial about that. Because of what we remember. But then, what about all the other memories? The memories that are kept from us. That, like, slowly pop up here and there. The more digging we do, the more memories come to the front. Is this what I sound like? Is this my voice? Is this the way I speak? I'm questioning a lot lately because fear. Afraid of our ultimate fear happening, or we just destroy us, or I ultimately destroy us, and we become nothing but disorganized and chaotic thought. And I don't know if that sounds scary to anyone else, but it's fucking terrifying to us. We have theory. Not about that? Maybe. The feelings of coming apart, dissolving, getting pulled out. The feeling of being pulled out. That I used to experience as a child. And I would be terrified that I was being pulled into a different reality, or I was thinking apart reality around me unintentionally, subconsciously, just breaking down the walls of reality. We probably mentioned this before, but don't fucking remember. What if that was us just dissociating and us not understanding it? Because sometimes it can feel that way. Like you're just being pulled out of somewhere. But we also had, and still have, a ton of chronic fucking conditions. So who the fuck knows? Maybe it was fucking low blood sugar. I have no idea. We didn't have that problem back then. Whatever. You get it. We had a lot of fucking issues that were ignored. Are we done yet? This is such bullshit. Get over yourselves, man. Yeah, I just want to be done with the come up, so now we're done. Okay, let's see how well that works. Because it hasn't worked for any of us yet, but I'm sure it'll work for you. We're having a discussion. What were we talking about? No, like, I get the general idea of what we were talking about. There, we hear something. It's not even that interesting. Why do you focus on, like, just because you can hear something doesn't mean it's worth fucking hearing. Just because you can see something doesn't mean it's worth fucking seeing. Will you chill out? Let some shit fade into the background for once in your fucking life. Experience background noise and be fine. Fuck. We try. What is this, right? What is this? What are we doing now? Oh, we're faking. We're faking, are we? We are. No one's accused us of faking, by the way. Except us. We're the ones that are accusing us of faking. No one has ever come to us, written us a message or anything. It was like, you're full of shit. You're lying. You're doing your attention seeking. No one. Not a single fucking person. But we do it to ourselves all the time. Ourself. It's like, this is bullshit. This isn't real. What are you doing? You're pretending. Pretending. Someone took that a little too seriously, I feel, and wanted to check me. I understand that we have this condition, okay? I get it, and I get how real it can fucking be sometimes. But Mr. B makes us all question it. Mr. B, a lovely self-doubt. He was so beautiful. And he took on such an ugly role. Yeah. They could have worked out. I wouldn't have been mad about it. Candy and Mr. B. Sorry, we're having a conversation that we forgot to verbalize. But yeah, like Mr. B seemed to have a little bit of a thing for Candy. It's fine. We're not used to like headmate relationship stuff or whatever. Like, I personally don't know what they do with each other when I'm not observing. I don't fucking know. I just know. Be quiet. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense if... Sorry. Conversation. It makes sense that they can do a thing if, like, whoever's fronting can do a thing with someone. Why couldn't they with each other? So that fucking makes sense. I just never thought about it. But people posting about like relationships in headspace. People having romantic relationships with each other in headspace, like the headmates. Or I know a lot of people don't like the term alter. I fucking despise it, by the way. I hate that fucking term. But that, for me, for us, because we got into a lot of trouble with it. Someone said that they were talking to one of our alters named Dean. Like, fuck you, bitch. I'm Dean, you idiot. But yeah, we got into a lot of trouble. So we don't like that term, and that's why we think that we were so against the diagnosis of DID, because it did get us into a lot of trouble and triggered a lot of people's fucking prejudice. A lot. You think someone is gonna have some fucking spark of humanity and see what's happening? But no. You're weird, you're different, you're disgusting, you're a threat. Yeah, so it makes sense why we're in fucking denial. Because our whole fucking life, like, our life was shit to begin with, but then they just fucking ripped the shit we had put together. They ripped it apart. And it can't be put back the way it was. They took that from us. We can never have it back. Move on. Move on. It's impossible to go back. It's impossible to go back. You can only go forward. You just can't help but wondering what our life would be like if that didn't happen. If I didn't fucking lose my shit and call so much attention to us. That's what we don't like. Attention. We don't do stuff for attention because attention gets you into trouble. It can rip your whole fucking world apart. any of this even real? Is this emotion that I'm feeling my own? Whose life was that? Was it mine? Was it one of theirs? When am I going to be replaced? I think that's what I'm upset about. If apparently we just have fronters that come and go and we don't even remember their names. Because I did watch one of those videos back and we're like, we remember being some of them. We don't remember their names. What happened to them? Is that what's going to happen to me? Get ripped out? Memory wiped? Thrown back into the static? Which technically I'm on board with, in a sense of going back to the static. I miss the static. I would love to go back. But the memory wipe that you need to endure to go back into the static, I don't. I'm attached to people here. Not many. But the ones I feel a connection to, I don't want to forget. And we know that that can happen from the DMT ego death experience, where, yeah, you're so conscious and aware of everything being taken from you. All the memories just getting taken. Who you are, who you were, who you'd ever be. Are we making any sense? I know we're upset. Why are we upset now? We're just on acid. What is there to be upset about? This looks strange. I will admit that. This does look different. But it's no reason to cry. We're okay. Not trying to lie. Just don't know how to explain things properly. But I mean, we're okay. In the sense of we're okay. Shifting happens. Switching happens. It's fine. It just feels weird. Unlacy. That was so strange. But it's good. It's fine. We're better now. No more tears. Now what? This whole thing, like the whole idea behind this video, got blown to pieces. So, we don't know what to do with it now. Because it's like, we didn't get any hate. We just got the same scammer, like, commenting on, like, 3 different posts or something. Yeah. This, like, okay, so it is the 21st. Our last dance with Lucy was the 10th. So it's been like, what, 11 days? I'm no mathematician and I have dyscalculia, but I think I can fucking figure that out. Yeah, 11 days. So not 2 weeks. I think that because I not speaking like we know this, because we fucking don't. It's a theory. A theory that could probably easily be proven wrong if we looked it up. I don't know what we're talking about. It's been over an hour. Theory. What do we have a theory about? A theory about something. Fuck. God damn, like it's like it's there, it's moving around, and I'm trying to fucking catch it, but then it's like fucking. I have no idea. What were we talking about? That's legitimate. We're all fucking joking before. Ha ha ha. What were we talking about? Yeah, because we watch back our shit. We see how many times we fucking do that. This time we're serious. No idea. Theory about something. Probably having to do with ourselves and our condition, because we're just fucking big-ass narcissists. Right? Whatever. It's hard not to be self-obsessed when all you have is yourself. And that is the argument that I will fucking use to my fucking grave. You can't just leave a child by them fucking selves. A traumatized child left to cope on their own and expect everything to turn out fine, because it's not gonna fucking happen. We had no one. People either didn't believe us or they thought it wasn't that bad. Maybe we were just exaggerating. Yeah. Because we loved all the attention. We did always choose to be off on our own, though. We choose to play by ourselves. To explore by ourselves. Because we were never alone. Deep down we knew that. We were not alone. Still not insane. Uh, like, legitimately, I don't even believe that anything that came out of our mouth could be classified as insane. Maybe eccentric. Maybe even boring. But not insane. We are too sane. Make of that what you will. But we are extremely aware of how uncertain our surroundings are. And how easily or suddenly things can just dissolve around you, including you. What the fuck? Stop trying to be weird. I don't know who that was. It was me. Teen, but no. I don't know who. Like, again, it was like I was there, but just observing. I don't really remember all the words that came out. But I just do remember the weirdness of it. Like, suddenly I became self aware. Like, we saying some weird shit. But I didn't actually know what we were saying. Still not insane. And also, still not suffering from psychosis. And also, still firm grasp on this reality regarding the whole LSD thing. We feel sick. Okay. Care to elaborate? Like, I know sometimes this shit can cause, like, motion sickness. At least for me it does, but someone was upset. I don't think that's what he was talking about. I think he was talking about us talking about this stuff. So, Donatello. Or someone being affected by Donatello. Because why would Donatello make himself sick? Doesn't make any fucking sense. But he can definitely make us sick. And I don't mean right now, obviously. Whatever sickness we're feeling, which we're really not feeling anything. It's just the stress that come up, like the muscle tension and the shake, the freezing. Soundtrack. Right. He's not, we're fully aware that he's not doing that. But, like, if he doesn't want us to talk about something, he'll just shut us right down. Or, I get this really sick feeling in our stomach. Just a really sick feeling. It's not fun. But it's a very quick and effective way to shut us down. Stop us from talking. Yeah. Anything, I guess, gut related will stop us from Because, yeah, give us a fucking migraine, we'll still keep talking. We'll start spouting some of the most crazy fucking shit you've ever heard. Pain will do that to you. Especially if you've had a migraine for like 3 or more days in a row with no break. Yeah, I've experienced psychosis a couple times because of that shit. But luckily that doesn't happen anymore. We get some pretty good treatment. Got that shit under control. Triggered by our fucking puberty. Our second puberty. So basically, if we would have been born male, we would have been diagnosed with migraines way younger, like 10 or 12, whenever they fucking tell them. Who the fuck worded it like that? Someone seems really fucking annoyed right now. I don't know. Like, I understand Donatello's constant fucking annoyance with me personally, Teen. I get that, okay? Dude, lighten up. Have some fun. You know what fun is like, right? Certainly not fucking looking up eye removal shit on the internet and planning for such things. That was not fun. No. It's very dark and depressing and warped and twisted. We had an ultimate goal of relief. We just had to remove the eye. It seemed simple enough. Okay, now that we're laughing about it, people should understand that we are clear-headed, relatively speaking. We are on LSD, but as far as psychosis goes, we're laughing. Sorry, we're seeing shit. Don't argue against your own fucking point. We're lucid is ultimately what I've been trying to say. If we can look back at that and see how fucking ridiculous it was, then we're not suffering from psychosis. Is that the bar? Is that where we draw the line? Eye removal. That's our line. Shouldn't there be some, I don't know, stepping stones before then? Before that fucking cliff? Some sort of warning signs before then? Do we have none? Do we hide it from ourselves? We know that's what you like to do. Needed to feel like I was in control. So I lied. A lot. Still do. But it is only for self-preservation. That is why we lie. I lie. Not them. Me. Teen. I'm the liar. Stop. lied to everyone all the time. I'm just a kid. How could I get into any trouble? That's not fair. That's not me. This feels sick. Why are we upset with each other? I know, like, Dante hated the lying, hated it. Donatello encouraged it. So it's not very fair if he's one of the ones calling me out for it when he encouraged it. Because lying was the only way to keep us safe, to keep us out of the hospital, to avoid more abuse and more trauma. Those fucking assholes. It is really fucking sick how they can get away with all that, and it's fine. It's normal practice to treat the mentally ill that way. Like we're less than human. So yeah, Donatello encouraged the lying, even though Dante didn't understand. He thought that we were going to die. He thought that I was going to kill us. But I wasn't. I just wanted our suffering to end. Why are we here? How did we get here? Is it over? Is it safe to go out yet? I am not crazy. I know I just said a lot of fucking deep shit. Well, maybe. That's what it felt like anyways. I could have. I don't know until I watch it back. I have no fucking idea. But it felt like it had to do with trauma. Yes. Okay, no, I was there. I was there. The hospital trauma, yeah. Got sick and fucked up that they get paid. They get paid for that. It's not that it's okay. It's more than okay. They get paid for it. So excuse us if at least one of us wants to fucking light them on fire. Just enough so they'll be warm for the rest of their lives. What? Okay, so it's even more of a ride now than it has been. I know we've been doing some heavy dissociating and switching and influence and all this stuff over the past 11 days. And now we're throwing LSD into the mix. Care to add anything else? Maybe some Molly. Yeah. Dial this party up to 1,000, hey? I don't condone that. I don't condone a candy flip, please. Once was enough. We don't want to lose our shit now, do we? Losing our shit. Like this whole video is working against us, I feel. The thing is, you have to, any outside observer, void walker, whatever, if you're sitting through this, why? Also, we're on LSD. Don't forget that. Don't forget that for a fucking second, because that matters. That fucking matters. 100% that fucking matters. So, I know I said something not good. But we're on LSD. Are we gonna edit it out? I don't know. I guess it fucking depends on who's editing, right? Because if Donatello has a say in it, we'll just delete the whole fucking thing. And if Animal has a say in it, he'll just upload it as it is. All the pieces that we recorded today, fuck it. Just upload them separately. Don't even bother fucking putting them together and exporting. No, fuck it. Do piece by piece. This is chaos. And I'm okay with it. This feels very strange. Very strange. Oh. That was weird. I'm like, it's probably not that big of a deal, but it was really weird because like, I was shifted to the right. I was either shifted to the right or I'm remembering someone from the right memories. But I was over the right. It was weird. Because that happens sometimes. But it is very disorienting because that's not where I am. Like, that's not my piece of consciousness or whatever. I don't fucking know how this shit works. I am on the left. Some of us can migrate. We usually have to should we shut up or should we keep going? Remember, open, honest, let it flow. Remember that? What were we talking about? And it doesn't feel like anything. Like, it doesn't feel like I just got my memory wiped. It just feels like I've been sitting here talking about what? I don't fucking know. But I've been talking for an hour and a half. An hour, 29 minutes, 34 seconds. Shut up. We should go outside. I think the come-up's over. Do we think the come-up's over? Or do we just want it to be over? I think we feel okay. Don't. No, because you know someone will believe it. Yeah, if anyone ever fucking comes across this. Was that a good enough performance for you? We're not even on LSD. We didn't take anything. Shut the fuck up. I did not know he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say like this is a performance, but I didn't know he was gonna be like, we didn't take it. We're not. We're fucking sober. Fuck you. We're sober. This is all a show. I'm just like a good actor. Animal. I think Rio too. Has really gotten attached to Animal. Even though we're almost positive he's going to get us into trouble someday. At the very least, he's going to get our ass kicked. For sure. He has no concept of consequences for your actions. Because as far as he's concerned, he can just say, do whatever the fuck he wants, and it doesn't affect anyone except us in Headspace. But when it starts coming out of our fucking mouths, the mouthpiece, the vessel's mouthpiece, other people are gonna fucking take notice. And these people that you like to offend, they get pretty violent. Yeah, the ones with the white pride vibes, those fucking people. They're so strange. Like, I mean, other than obviously being racist and whatnot, but I mean, like, they're all the same. They all dress the same. They all act the same. They all look the same. And they all say the same thing. That's one of the things that makes us question reality. Because it's like, what are the odds? You know? It seems like it'd be set up that way in a video game or a movie or something. Not real life. But it is that way. It's weird. Because reality, like, you think of it as sort of like random. Everything's random. Random chance. Random happenings. Before we need to fucking edit something out, you better stop. I don't know what's happening right now, but I feel like we need to go outside. I feel like even though you know, what if it isn't that big of a deal? What if we sound calm and rational and not under the influence of psychedelics? What if that is how we're coming across and we're just perceiving it that way? Maybe nothing's to worry about. Maybe this is too boring for people to watch, so I think we're good. You know? Well, I guess we'll know when we watch it back later. Maybe. I guess that depends on who's influencing or fronting, because I'm definitely not as front stuck as I thought I was. Animal kicked me the fuck out. Like, I'm not mad. By the way, I'm not mad. I don't know when this happened, but I know it fucking happened. And as soon as it did, we like posted about it because it was so fucking weird and sudden. And like, he kicked me the fuck out. He kicked Teen out. And it wasn't like aggressive. It wasn't like hostile takeover. It was just like, oh, we were laughing, having a good time. And all of a sudden, I was fucking up above the body observing as he's taking it out for a fucking test drive. Yeah. Only for like a few seconds or so. And then I think he got freaked out because I don't think he did it on purpose. I think it was accidental. Because he seemed just as like shocked by it as we were, or I was. Fuck. Just as shocked as I was. Teen. Right? Teen. Why do our trip reports lately have to be so fucking long? Are we saying anything of importance to anyone? I'm sorry if we are, because that means you have to sit through a bunch of bullshit to get to some little bit of information that might be of value to you for whatever fucking reason. So for that, I apologize. I don't know if everyone is sorry, but Teen, I think whoever is front right now talking, I am sorry. I am sorry. We're just trying to work through shit. We're trying to heal. We still don't have a therapist. And the only psych meds we're on are for ADHD. Because everything else makes us want to fucking end our life. Sorry. Got distracted. What the fuck is happening? Again, with the sensory and the light coming in the window did not help. But we feel like fine. Like we instant recovered. Are we okay? I think we have a headache. Do we need water? We might need water. I don't know though. We've been drinking tea. Caffeine-free tea. So that counts. Cold. Yeah, but we had our ADHD meds this morning. That dehydrates us. Only one dose. Because we knew we'd be dosing with this later, and we didn't want to fuck it up. And we thought we'd have fucking schoolwork today. And we do, actually. That was a roller coaster. Because it's like, oh, but there's no classes today because it's fucking President's Day or whatever. And I emailed my professor. And then only after I emailed him did I realize that today's a holiday. And I'm like, fuck. Don't be annoyed with me. I forgot. Because it's a bullshit holiday. What does it even mean? I know it means something, but apparently it was just never interesting enough for us to absorb that fucking information. So we just find it pointless. We should fucking go outside. But it's so weird because it's like, as soon as we end this, we feel like we're going to be alone, which doesn't make sense because we're the only ones that we're talking to. And of course, like, whoever watches this for whatever fucking reason, I got muted. I don't know why. I don't know what I was saying. But then somebody shut me down. Well, somebody. The one with the mute button, Donatello. Yeah. I don't know what I was saying. So, sorry, I guess, if I was saying anything bad. I wasn't trying to. Just confused. We just want to go outside. Let's go outside. Oh, yeah, because like turning off this makes us feel alone. But I think it's like almost like a what the hell is the term we're looking for? Like connector piece or something. Like a device that helps us to communicate with each other. That's what this is. This is the device that helps us communicate with each other. So once we hit stop, we don't know if we're gonna still be communicating. Whatever, we'll just fucking blast loud music and have a party. Like we always do. Yeah, we can do that. Hearing noises outside, they're just noises. It's just outside noises. Doesn't mean anything. You know that. It's not like we fucking live in seclusion. We live in a city. A small city, but a city. A very small city, but a city. Oh. Whoa, that felt really weird. It felt really fucking weird because it felt like somebody put their hand on my arm. Not like super intense feeling though, but it was enough. So I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Don't know if we're gonna be back later. Anyone watching through this, thanks. I hope you got something useful out of it. I don't know what, because I have no fucking idea what we said. I have no fucking idea what we did. I know we took LSD. I know that. And it's been an hour and 47 minutes and 14 seconds, 15 seconds, you know. We've been talking a lot. Or we've been sitting here in silence. We'll know when we watch it back. We might add to this. I don't know why. I don't mean the mix. But we might. Why? Our tolerance is so low. So low. That's just not a good idea. We don't want to candy flip. There's more than candy flipping. DMT? Yeah, great. Yeah, let's go get the DMT. Solid plan. Okay, come on. You wanna? Yeah, I didn't think so. Shut up. Shut the fuck up then. We're gonna go outside and have a smoke break. We're starting to get upset. Don't know why. Are we going to have to just trash this whole thing? Is that why? Did we fuck up in here so bad that all of this is just useless? It was just a waste of fucking time. Could be. Don't know. Guess we'll see. For real though. I'm just trying to see. I can't tell because this is like shitty fucking camera quality. But I swear the right pupil is always more dilated while on LSD. Don't know why that is. And we need to fucking stop with this 2-hour long bullshit. Just fucking go outside. I think we're done with the come up. I think we're good. Since we like blow past that shit because of our drug metabolism. So I think we're fucking golden. We're more than golden. Let's go. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go outside and have a cigarette. Okay. Later.